G'day folks, Tony again here for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter. Well, there's nothing for it, folks. We're going to head down these mysterious stairs and see what fate awaits us. A large body of water, by the looks of it. Just something to keep in mind. Little bit of inside baseball here. I have injured my hip and I am on painkillers at the moment. So if this ends up being a little more loosey-goosey than usual, that might be part of the reason. Anyway, on with the adventure. So there have been a few people commenting either here or in other places on the internet that it would be nice if I were able to try and speed up the adventure a little bit. I'm very much all for that. Just bear with me for a moment while I stunning force a few things. Let's try that. Hooray! And that certainly has been my intention right from the very beginning. It has, however, been a number of months since I've played this game with any regularity. And I'm still kind of getting a feel for it again. So with things like auto walking and moving up and down dungeon floors automatically if I know the location of stairs, these are all my intention. I'm just trying to make sure that my mental model and my comfort level with the game is back up to speed a little bit. But rest assured. Whoa, look out. I am aware of these things, and I do intend to use them once I'm not having to try and remember keyboard buttons, abilities, and also try and keep what is hopefully a fairly compelling or at least engaging flow of just a stream of consciousness narration. We have ourselves a salt hopper. It's saying it's average difficulty at the moment, which I'm not inclined to believe, given that we only have 22 hit points. So let's try some of these things that we have here. I'm gonna drop a. Should I drop a force bubble? I think I should. Actually, no. Let's. Which one has a shorter cooldown? Probably that one. I'm going to drop a force bubble to move it away from us so that it can't hit us. And then I'm going to do a Sunder Mind, and that should solve the problem. Indeed it did. 225 experience points. Lovely. Okay. So underground we are, but it still seems to be a begrassed area. If we're looking at the sort of ground terrain that we've got here. So we have ourselves a little side pocket on the map down the bottom here. Now the auto walking feature that the game has is something that I've always found rather terrifying to use when you're underground, particularly venturing into unknown areas or parts of the map that haven't been revealed yet. So I am not likely... It's about half our hit points. Alright, we should be fine. If we can rest until healed before something else shows up. Not really. Alright. Yes, I've always found doing that to be a little terrifying. When you're in an underground situation. All right, we got all the hit points back again. Now, because this is, and I don't like using the random word, but because this is a random dungeon, because it's something that's been spun up as part of the procedural generation, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to be here or isn't. I don't know if there's likely to be lots of young ivories around, and I certainly hope there aren't any lurking Beths. I don't believe there should be this early in the game. But lurking bets are, of course, what killed my previous Let's Play character, Blanc, the Unkillable, where the epithet was indeed proven to be incorrect. Anyway, I ramble. We have ourselves a shoot crab, with a shell no larger than a human fist. This crab scuttles through a vent curiously suited to the dimensions of its figure. Often accompanied by dozens of its ghastly cousins, the jittering decapod means to devour all living matter it passes over. Ugh. Let's kill it. Or at least try to kill it. So it's already hitting me, even though it moved in. Interesting. We have our force bubble back again, so of course we're going to use it. And then we're going to shoot the thing. And then we're going to rest. And... right. About halfway to that force bubble being back again. Now, what I've tried to do, and I'm sure your mileage may vary depending on your playtastes, but what I've tried to do is, although Blanc has a very low hit point pool, I've tried to give them a few sort of abilities here that are going to allow either disruption of enemies coming in, blocking them, buffing hit points, and so on, or hoovering hit points off of enemies. I don't know how effective that's going to be in the long run. It is very situational, and the intent is to sort of try and force myself to stay on my toes in terms of my awareness of enemies and where they are and what they're doing. And I believe that crab is stunned now. It is indeed. All right. What else can we do? Sunder Mind. That sounds like a plan. Nice. How are we doing for leveling up? We have around 500 experience to go by the looks of it. Yep. 481 to be super precise. Good grief, there are snapjaws everywhere. Who would have thought? Ooh, a bandage. Nice. And apparently a snapjaw archer around here somewhere. Hello. How are you today? Right. Hello again. Oh, neutral. That's a relief. It's refreshing to at least have something wandering around down here. Whoa, that isn't interested in insta-murder. What was that? Oh, a seed-spitting vine, I see. And another crab. Monsters everywhere. What did I ever do to any of you? I am getting experience for killing those crabs, right? I can't really see that experience tallying up in the log there, but that's okay. Take that, thou foul vine. So more or less a bunch of thematically... Ooh, nice. It's on fire. A bunch of thematically sort of relevant underground creepy crawlies here in this cave. A scrap-clad hermit which is neutral towards us. A gnarled, hunched form shrouded in layers of twisted sheet metal bound by leather thongs. And is equipped with a cracked lens. Which we don't really need, but that's fine. And thus the smoke dissipates. Again, another little side pocket. Oh no, it does actually open up into more map. That's good to know for later. Let's continue crawling our way down around here and see if we can find anything. Hopefully some treasure chests would be nice, filled with amazing loot. That we can use to keep Gaunt Bort alive and kicking for a little longer. Thankfully, the honey skunk is also neutral towards us. Everything near the bantam mammal is damp. Fur, hair, leaves, soil, slick silver alloys. It's as if she's a furry world unto herself, and the sweet, sickening, evaporated honey about her is her atmosphere. Honey skunks can drop corrosive clouds, I guess is probably the best way of describing things, and they can sort of melt underground walls and cause all sorts of problems. And they can certainly cause problems for, well, perhaps for this scrap-clad hermit, for starters. Let's wait and see what happens. Are they in fact fighting each other, or are they just sort of standing around? Who knows? I don't really need a cracked lens anyway, so... Alright. Nope. Nope. A segmented mirthworm, folks. Glistening barrels of a silvery flesh stuff shudder in ecstasy until they tear into two, pause in a moment of reprieve, then resume their rapturous dithering. These things come in swarms, so I'm anticipating that there's going to be a whole bunch of these things that are going to come kicking around this corner. Let's wait and see if that is, in fact, the case. I do want to kill one of them because I can't remember how many XP. 70 XP. That is not an unreasonable or unwanted amount of experience points. But if there's a swarm of them, then we are going to flee. Hello. Well, it's one more, which is not too bad. One is fine. I will take those experience points. If you continue doling them out piece by piece. That one was stuck in a web. Okay. Is that a corpse of another one? A snapjaw corpse. I suspect that snapjaw ran afoul of some mirthworms. Here's another. So where these can get real bad, at least in my experience, is when, let's say you found yourself in an underground hallway that had limited space, much like the one that we're in now, and your way out was blocked by a swarm of mirthworms. And you quite literally couldn't leave. And then you die. That's the vibe that I'm getting here at the moment. And there's nothing compelling us to stay here or to proceed. So I might just... quit it. Well, here's another. We shall keep a close eye on these hit points. But certainly... here we go. Certainly 70 experience points a pop, if they're one at a time, is something that I'm willing to peck away at. But of course, that could be exactly what the mirthworms want us to do. How much are we getting for a centipede these days? Clearly enough to level up. Yay, folks, we made it to level 7. We gained 1 hit point, 78 skill points, and 1 mutation point. And there's another mirthworm. Let's try and kill it. Whoa, that is a zappy spider. An electrofuge. The tiny hairs of this dog-sized spider stick straight up and crackle with electrical energy. Everything here wants to kill me. We're going to boost our toughness so we have more hit points. Then we are going to do a force bubble. Then we are going to do a sunder mind on that thing. How did that go? It's wounded. That's good to know. Alright, we did it. Now, skill points 168, mutation points 2. Plan is to save up to get 4 mutation points, which should tick at level 9, at which point I believe we're also going to get an attribute point. So it's going to be just a bonanza of things if indeed we make it to level 9. Let's have a look at our skill tree. So of course, grabbed the pistol skill along with steady hand previously, then couldn't buy any lead slugs. Then we got some lead slugs. Now we're out of lead slugs and we're back to using a bow. But I believe we're still carrying a lot of quite heavy scrap, and indeed we are. So I think we might stick with our previous current plan of getting disassemble, so that we can indeed disassemble. Let's have a look at that now. Hey, bent metal sheet. Disassemble. Yeah. Look at it go. Can I disassemble all of them at once? You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, right. That's our total tally of things, not how many things we're getting from from each disassemble. Sure. That's dropped our total weight down by a fair bit. Anyway, that's not super compelling at this point in time. We're on an underground adventure. Let's do a bit more of that at the moment, because we're not... Somebody just threw a rock at us. A baboon. I don't like baboons. I also don't like my force bubble disappearing. Let's stunning force some things. Good work, team. We still have our enhanced toughness at play here as well. If that suddenly runs out at a bad time, it's going to be bad. But it is not this day. Look, we got kind of one level out of this already just from poking around downstairs. I'm not seeing... An eyeless crab. This squat ivory crab has evolved a heightened sense of hearing in order to perceive its surroundings in the lightless nooks it inhabits. It's equipped with some massive crab claws. I don't like massive crab claws. Iron mace, not really worth doing a run and trying to pick it up. So what I might do is try and find out how many experience points this thing's worth for starters. 175. That's nothing to sniff at. But we're kind of just seeing a lot of the same thing here at the moment. What was that? I saw something happen off to the southwest in the darkness. Perhaps something else attacking something else. Let's go and have a look. See if there's a fresh corpse lying around here. Okay, it was the honey skunk getting up to mischief. Might just have a quick poke down this way, just to look and see if there's anything around in an immediate sense that we might want to loot. All right. A giant amoeba. A mass of quivering gelatinous slime. You barely perceive the outline of something inside. And here we have ourselves a shoot crab. So, these things, these giant amoeba, they can hit pretty hard. Pretty hard to the point where I'm not feeling comfortable or confident. I do have some copper wire waiting for me at the rust wells, which is going to advance the plot somewhat. So we might actually continue heading in that direction. But we managed to hoover up a reasonable amount of experience down there, so I'm fairly happy with that as a little side project. Okay, let's see if we can take this chameleon down with a minimal amount of fuss. I hope. Ow! Yeah, that hurt. Thanks. Interesting. Oh, great, I'm bleeding. I assume that was from the horn on the front of said chameleon. Let's bandage that bleeding so that we don't do it anymore. Good. Physician, heal thyself. Another salt hopper. Cool. I really should be more careful with shooting arrows at range in case I hit something I don't mean to. Like an Equimax, for example. That's always embarrassing when it happens. Lots of salt hoppers. What's our cooldown on Sunder Mind? No, it's not too bad. Assuming that thing is going to come running at us as soon as it spots us. Here it comes. Where'd it go? There it is. Ow. That's not great. Boost toughness is in order. And then we'll drop ourselves another force bubble. We'll keep shooting at it. He's really not having a lot of luck hitting it at the moment. I guess that dog's also going to be attacking it now. However, the problem is we can't use stunning force, so we'll make the dog angry. And I don't want to keep shooting arrows in case I miss and I make the dog angry. So if we do a little bit of shimmy and shake here until our Sunder Mind comes off cooldown. Oops, one more. And then hopefully we're going to get some more experience. And indeed we are. Good, good, good. Let's keep going, folks. How far is it to the Rustwells? Not all that much further, hopefully. Do I think we can get there without dying? Oh boy, I sure hope so. Critical hit, just not on us. Got ourselves a little bit of a road running here down to the south. Maybe that will lead somewhere, maybe it won't. We're just going to ignore that at the moment. And also, all of these glow crows, I did it. And the giant dragonflies, which may or may not be attacking each other. Certainly looks like they are. Grow close. What am I doing? Ouch, the way is blocked by shale. Ouch, the way is still blocked by shale. We solved the puzzle. Alright, so there's a seed-spitting vine there again. Stray arrow is going to make things not happy with us. Just check and make sure all these things are in fact still okay. They are. Alright. I'm going to make a camp because we're hungry and we've been hungry for some time and I keep forgetting to do anything about it. And now we're not hungry anymore. Ooh, a statue. Let's go and have a look. Hey, statue. We discover the location of Dursipad and have received a new quest to visit Dursipad and another new quest to recover desiccated Decus. The Boon of Crabs. That sounds fascinating. Where might we find such a thing? Quite a long way away by the looks of it. Don't think we're going to be going there anytime soon. Let's investigate. Dursipad. Soldiers marched to the coronachs of the fallen in the desolate district whose ruins lie hidden by the choking canopy, deep in the jungle. That's a ways away, both in terms of distance and in terms of skill. But still, good to have a quest all the way over in that neck of the woods. Is there a way to keep going east? Are the Equimaxes still neutral to us? They are indeed, thankfully. Is that tortoise going to try and eat our face? Of course they are. Their base demeanor is aggressive. Fun fact, in the real world, I have a zoology degree, and I actually grew up doing sea turtle research with my parents. And the concept of every tortoise being just naturally aggressive is deeply amusing to me. Because, of course, that has not that has not been my experience with turtles. So I'm quite pleased that we're able to use things like Sundermind with such specific aiming without any sort of AoE blowback, potentially making other critters cranky with us. Oh, damn it, these chameleons hit quite hard. Let's go for a life drain on them. Fortunately now they're dead and we're bleeding. We'll solve that again. I think it's going to be coming up on dawn pretty soon too, if I'm reading the music cue correctly. Whee! Snapjaws again. Leather moccasins. We already have things on our feet, don't we? We do indeed. But we will grab that water skin. Yep. How much are we getting for these now? 5 experience points. Meh. Not the greatest. We already have a worn burnous, a slender bronze longsword. It is only bronze though. But it's, I guess, money's money. More snapjaws. Club, wooden buckler, no thank you. Ooh, a warrior. Could probably take care of that pretty quickly. Not as quickly as I thought. What did they have? Leather moccasins, wooden buckler, bronze two-handed sword. Can we keep going east? Always my question. Sure we can. Ooh, mushrooms. Where are we? We're pretty close to the rust wells. Whoops. By the looks of it. Weird to be running into a mushroom area, but that's okay. Nothing bad ever happens amongst the mushrooms in this game. Say, for example, this brooding rose puff, I'm sure, wouldn't do anything bad to us if we were to head near it. Rose gills tense and release, tense and release, tense and release, as if drawing breath into the puffer's stem. With each exhalation, it belches a cloud of indigo spores like motes of twilight. They flutter back to the cap and congeal into a rose plasma. Ugh. What sort of critters might be wandering around in a zone like this? A boar, for starters. Hello, boar. Farewell, boar. 12 experience. Not 0, but also, by this point, not a lot. So watching vigilantly for strange mushrooms that are going to do us some mischief. So of course we don't want that. There is potential. That particular one there, just with a big old pile of corpses around it. So there's a lot of potential in this game to end up... Ooh, a slime weep. Nice. To end up with fungal infections. Let's talk about weeps. So this is a slime weep. You can see around said slime weep, there's a bunch of slime. So a weep is something that just oozes, or one might say weeps, out a particular resource. So in this case, it is a slime weep. You can get honey weeps. You can get wine weeps. various weeps of the different fluids in the game. Whoa, there's people everywhere. So again, I'm hesitant to do too much in terms of area of effect attacks here because firstly I don't know what's out in the darkness. Let's have a quick look at this engraved thing. Miratafa II. Good to know. So yeah, firstly, I don't really know what's out and about in the darkness here. And secondly, grab those arrows. What am I doing? Look. Derek Zeshid. Good. Grab that too. Yes, and secondly, I just noticed a recording clock, and we're well and truly at time. That is all the time that we have for this part of the Let's Play. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying this, please give the episode a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when other episodes are released, and more than anything else under the sun, if you have a friend who you think might enjoy this, then it would be just amazing and muchly appreciated if you could let them know about it. And come back again soon for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter.